Yevgeny Koval organized the Games of Heroes a year ago. He envisioned a project that would let amputee veterans participate in competitive CrossFit events.
Game of Heroes is a project, and this project is rehabilitation for the adaptive sportsmen, adaptive people, adaptive soldier who has disabled in the war.
The Games of Heroes involves multiple events, including kettlebell lifting, rowing, and gymnastics. The program pushes the participants to their limits, and yet the veterans are unrelenting in their determination. CrossFit is, like many healthy people say, only for the insane people, in the good sense of the word, because it is a multi-sports approach. We have to decide what they can do right on the spot, to decide how to decrease the amplitude or things like that. It's also difficult for us because an ordinary sportsman must be encouraged. Motivation must be created. These guys have insane motivation, and they, on the other hand, must be held back or stopped. 23-year-old Yuri was a fresh college graduate in Poltava when the war in eastern Ukraine began in 2014. His story, the reason he volunteered to fight, is common enough. Love for his country and a belief in its sovereignty. In 2016, he lost his left leg to a landmine, but not his spirit to fight. He just changed his focus.
I started training when I was in the hospital. It was near 1 year ago because I was stuck on the war near 1 year ago. Because it was my rehabilitation, I saw that after trainings I staying more strong. I can run, I can walk, I can jump. And I can saw that I'm more strong with training, so I do sport 4 or 5 times a week, and I do sport every week.
He's one of many veterans with the same spirit. Last year, there were 5 games in cities across Ukraine with almost 80 competitors. A group will now travel to Brussels to present to the NATO delegates. The purpose of our visit is, as I see it, all the same, to remind the world and the NATO bloc that there is a war in Ukraine. The second is that there are consequences to this war. There are young wounded guys. And the third is that this is a courageous nation that not only hasn't been broken, but also still struggles and fights at the same level as people without disabilities. Now, the Games of Heroes is only held in Georgia, Australia, and Ukraine. Yevgeny hopes to change that.